Now, under that, we have high quality instruction. Teachers must demonstrate the ability and desire to educate each child at a high level. Now, from what I can see, there's a lot of teachers that care and want to do this, but their hands are tied either by the system. They don't have the freedom to do what they feel they need to do for the kids. And let's face it, they would know best. This is not a panacea for education. Kids are different. And they don't have enough prep time. So I watched many board meetings where they said, we don't have enough time.
Major issue facing educators right now is a lack of time. We're looking to this board to give direction to district leadership to act with urgency, with a superintendent, a deputy superintendent, 8 chief officers, 9 assistant superintendents, and 45 executive officers or directors. There are enough people to help develop a solution.
I am a special education teacher at Roosevelt High School. I'm here to speak to teacher protected time. I'm given 2 prep periods, and sometimes this just still isn't enough to plan lessons, to case manage, and let alone having extra time within my day to meet the needs of the students that I teach, whether that's tutoring, extra support. Sometimes it's just a social emotional need with the student. I was elated when FTA presented having a minimum workday once a week. To have extra time during my workday to assess students or offer tutoring to struggling students would have been a godsend. But once again, we were not heard, we were not valued. In my 20 plus years as a teacher, I have never felt so discouraged and so disenchanted with my career choice and the current systems that are in place. Thank you.
I teach 6th grade at Ainsworth Elementary in the Sunnyside region. And I am going to support and value what you said over there, because we are tremendously overloaded with everything that we have to do. Not enough people, not enough time to plan. How can we teachers then prepare our lessons for a better lesson so we can cover the standards that we are supposed to do for 7 curriculums? Now we got all this other stuff coming in, class meetings, second step, SEL, all these other things. I have to think whether I give homework out, because I cannot possibly grade it, so I'll give it out. There isn't enough time. You can't get me out of my classroom. If I'm here in front of you, it's because it's urgent. There, I work with children, and it changes their lives. I need time. My colleagues need time. Soon, there are going to be less and less of us. We need time to plan. Give us the time. We cannot be prepared. Our children cannot learn. They're under stress themselves.
English teacher from Roosevelt High School. I'm here to provide an English lesson to illustrate a math problem teachers face. We'll start with some math. Let's assume high school teachers are lucky and have only 30 students per class, 5 classes of 30, 150 students. In our classes, we want our students to perform higher level thinking like analysis, synthesis, or evaluation. Every springboard lesson is designed to end in writing to one of these tasks. Let's say we're lucky and get 80% of the students to submit a paragraph. That's 120 submissions. We're expected to evaluate that paragraph and provide feedback. How long does that take? I'm looking to see if the topic sentence answers all aspects of the prompt clearly and specifically. Then I'm checking to see if the student provided relevant textual evidence to support that topic assertion, and evaluate how well the evidence was incorporated into an accurate summary of the material under review in order to demonstrate acceptable control over both the literal understanding of the reading and the quoted materials. And quotes can only be considered evidence if the words quoted are explained back to the topic sentence. So I have to evaluate and provide feedback on the student's understanding of the quotes in relation to the ideas of the topic sentence. To do this, I need to look at how the student translated the words quoted into the context of the ideas set in the topic sentence and determine whether the student added depth to the analysis by explaining the importance of her translation back to the answer to the prompt. And since a validated answer requires multiple points of validation, there are multiple explanations provided in a paragraph, which requires a sentence that distills the significance of all the explanations back to the topic sentence. So how long do you think that takes? I have 2 minutes, or I had 2 minutes before you added a minute on me. Really messed up my rhetorical role, by the way, there. 2 minutes to explain the process. Is that enough time to provide meaningful feedback? If it is, that's 120 submissions times 2 minutes divided by 60, totaling 4 hours of my time. This board says it wants to provide quality education to its students, but quality requires time. And as things are, this board is not protecting its teachers' time and consequently not protecting the quality of instruction, quality that we all agree our students deserve. Now, some of you, like my students, may have questions about what I just explained, but unfortunately, my 2 minutes with you are up. Thank you.
I'm back to speak with you again tonight, a month after the last time I spoke, and sadly little has changed. I talked about the constant need and overwhelming demands made on my professional time. I'm sad to say that little has changed over the past month. I am still asked to cover classes nearly every single day. You are collecting data about the state of our classrooms, but never actually supporting the work that teachers are doing in those classrooms. How much more data do you need to know that we have a lot of work that we need to do, and we need the time to do that work? I need time to plan my curriculum because I have to create the speaking, listening, reading, and writing that is going to push my students academically. I need the time to read their writing, give them feedback, and plan my lesson to address their areas of growth.